Good morning, y'all. Just popping on giving a bit of an update because I know a lot of people have reached out and asked where we've been and if we're okay and everything, and I didn't specifically make a post that was we're taking a break. I just said it at the end of the last vlog, so a lot of people probably didn't catch that I just needed to take a little bit of time to grieve the loss of my mother. It's weird that the first few days after she passed and I felt her presence and everything, I really wasn't that bad, but it's as soon as I felt that presence leave, that's when a lot of the stages of grief started to feel very, very heavy for me. Cameron's doing all right. He loved my mom very much, but as we all know, men do experience grief a little bit differently than we do, and he didn't have the 36 years of bonding with her that I did, so he's definitely having a different experience, but it's very much appreciated because while I feel like I'm kind of drowning, he's able to kind of keep everything together for the most part. Definitely went through a lot of that bargaining stage for the first little bit after the first few days where I felt kind of okay. If only we had done this, if only this had happened instead, if only, she had been healthy, etc., etc. That bargaining that we all do when someone that we love passes away. And then, once I sort of accepted that that's not really helping, the bargaining phase wasn't really helping, that's when the depression phase really just started crushing me. I think it was maybe five days of kind of just feeling like I really was moving in clay. There was a bare minimum that I was able to do each day, and even that was a struggle. Of course, the non-negotiables is feeding my son, playing with him, making sure he's clean and happy and all that stuff. That was definitely one of those non-negotiables that I had to make sure was done. But everything else kind of just was so hard. I had planted a garden the day after she passed away, just as sort of a thing that I could do to busy myself, and I've been needing to take care of the garden every day, twice a day. You got to take care of your garden, and it's flourishing. I feel like if I were a bit more attentive to it, it would definitely look better, but it's not bad. It's my first vegetable garden, and we also planted some fruits. So this is kind of our little tomato section. This is a Roma tomato. This is also Roma tomatoes, and then those are cherry tomatoes over there. The white stuff on it is diatomaceous earth. It's a non-toxic, organic way to kill pests, because I had tons of baby grasshoppers that cropped up out of nowhere, and thankfully they're gone. But yeah, I kind of just sprinkled that stuff very liberally. These are the cucumbers I planted. Those are the green beans. I'm gonna have to get some sort of a poles to go up and maybe some netting, and then I have to get some kind of a trellis for these because these are straight 8s and they tend to like to climb. And then back here we did corn. Lots of corn. I think it's 14 plants that are coming up, which I was really surprised because this area does not get 8 hours of sun. It at best will get 3 to 4, but it's so warm here that I think they're just coming up anyway. But this is the year of experimenting, so we'll see if it works out. If it doesn't, whatever. And then over here I have watermelon, cantaloupe, another watermelon, and then this is all pumpkin. Got calla lilies, and the dahlias are sprouting again. I gotta do some weeding back here though. Then of course, I have to have my marigolds up in the pots. And then my succulents. I need to go ahead and prune out all the dead pieces, but they're doing great. I gotta have my zinnias, which have been absolutely murdered by the baby grasshoppers. Looks like the diatomaceous earth has done a really good job of putting a stop to that, so I haven't seen any out at all. I am telling you, I'm pretty sure there were hundreds of them. We've also been working on creating a backyard oasis, just a place for us to have kind of some tranquility and peace, and it has been wonderful. Actually, I can show you a little bit. I don't have all the cushions out right now because it has been kind of wet. But yeah, that's the set that I got. I hope the rain kind of calms down a little bit because it's been really nice to sit out there. I got this really beautiful steel sign or my mom's Lavender. For anyone that doesn't know, we actually all called her Mram instead of Mom because all of us children were cats, and we thought the cat way of saying Mom was Mram, like a cat meowing, right, Squawk? So her name for all of us was Mram. That is why the sign says Mram's Lavender on it. But yeah, we've actually been, I don't want to say we're battling the HOA, but feels like we are. We want to put a sunshade up over our patio furniture so we can enjoy the furniture and our backyard, because we've never been able to enjoy it. And you know, it's our second year here. We kind of feel like we want to enjoy all the space that we're renting. So we, the owner of the house said, go ahead, put up a shade, I don't care. You know, you just kind of have to work with the HOA yourself. And it has been almost 3 weeks. We've been ongoing back and forth, trying to get, just to get our application in. And we finally did get everything perfect for them. And I guess it's up to actually being approved to do it, which if they don't, then I don't know why they wouldn't, because almost everybody in this neighborhood has little shades up and umbrellas and things like that. We have some other big projects coming up. Like Kameron wants to build like the poles that we'll use to put up our shade. And then I want to build a 15-foot planter box that's like 15 feet long and maybe a foot wide and 9 inches tall, just to have kind of going along that area and plant more, maybe some cat grass, maybe some more lavender or some other kind of flowers, maybe some strawberries. Anyway, all of that is stuff that I can talk about in another vlog in the future. But yeah, today I just really wanted to get the ball rolling on getting back to life stuff. Like I said, I've been just in this really depressive, I don't know if anybody's ever seen The Never-Ending Story, but it's like the swamps of sadness that Artax is trying to get through. I think I've used this analogy before when talking about grief, where it just feels like you're so stuck in everything that you're moving through is so thick and hard to move through. I can't even tell you what I've been eating during the day. I know it hasn't been good, like canned green beans, canned salmon, probably some hot dogs. At least my son's eating good, right? But yeah, I have pretty much put off everything as long as I can put it off. I have 2 Etsy orders that I need to complete today. We have Kieran's pediatrician appointment at 2, so I'm hoping to have everything done before we have to leave for that, so I can just, you know, kill 2 birds with 1 stone while we're out. Anyway, I gotta pack up those orders. Kieran's down for a nap, and who knows how long that's gonna last. So I gotta try to get that done before we have to get out of here. But first, coffee. Thanks to everyone who was telling me to try heavy whipping cream in my coffee, you've ruined all creamers for me. Okay? I cannot ever go back to half and half, or any other creamer for that matter. So this is actually a part of a 3-part order. And then also this adorable little snowflake sleep sack. I just have to fix up the armholes. It's one of those things that kind of just sits there for a while, and I don't finish it entirely. And then I'm trying to finish it on the day it has to ship out. I can't even tell you how much this has been helping me actually to vlog. And I know I needed a break, but I really feel like vlogging kind of helps me to stay accountable and to tackle my executive dysfunction. I would love to get back into the fun vlogs, but you know, I think that's probably going to take some time to get back there. I think the part that makes it hard to function in this grief is that I did have such a good relationship with my mom, and we did talk to each other every single day, sometimes multiple times per day. There was always at least a text message or a picture sent. And when you are really, really used to talking to someone every single day and sharing things with someone every single day, really, really feel their absence that much more. I mean, really, the whole family, all the siblings and my sister-in-law and everyone, we all talk to her every single day, so everybody's really feeling it. A large part of why I vlogged every day was because my mother could not leave the house. You know, she was so ill for so many years, and I feel like me vlogging was almost helping to take her out of the house in a way and to allow her to like kind of really see and visualize our lives outside of phone calls and pictures and video chats and whatnot. I just know that every few days she'd be like, oh, when are you gonna put up a new vlog? And I'd be like, oh, okay, one's coming soon, you know? So I don't know, I almost feel like I lost part of the inspiration for vlogging. She really just loved seeing all the B-roll footage of Kieran playing and, you know, all the cats doing their shenanigans. And voila, finished. These little buttery fleece ones are just so hard to work with. They're super slippery. Now I actually have to make an entire tag toy, so let's get that done. I got all of that done just in time. Kameron is on his way home so we can go to the pediatrician appointment. Oh, by the way, I have got all the paperwork ready. I just have to go take my written test and then I can get my permit to learn how to drive. Finally, at age 36, I'm gonna learn how to drive so that I can drop Kameron off at work and then I can use the car and just kind of like not be stuck at home and not rely on him coming home to come drive us places like the pediatrician. It's gonna be great. Anyway, I am going to go upstairs and get some proper clothing on so we can go to the pediatrician appointment. I'm not sure how often I'm gonna be putting up a vlog. I guess it really just depends on my mood, what I'm up to, you know, if I really am walking through the swamps of sadness or if I'm feeling a bit more energetic like I am today. Anyway, we will see you in the next one. Bye.